Chosen one, from broke to billionaire. It begins now. You've clicked on this video for a reason. Maybe you don't even know what that reason is just yet. Maybe it was just a title that sparked a strange familiarity in you, a calling you couldn't quite explain. But deep down, a part of you already knows. You are the chosen one. This isn't about fantasy. It's not about fairy tales. This is about the moment your reality starts to shift. Right here, right now. The journey from broke to billionaire doesn't begin in a bank account. It doesn't begin in some secret society or mastermind group. It begins in the mind, in the spirit, in the breath of a decision that you will never live the same day twice again. It begins with awakening. Watch this video until the end. There's something powerful being set in motion. You watching this is not random. Write your warmest wishes in the comments and write 144, a number of alignment, power, and divine frequency. Let this be your signal to the universe that you're ready. This is a chapter about opening the gates to your potential and aligning yourself with the current of abundance that has always been waiting for you. What you send out into the world, you invite back tenfold. You are not here just to watch a video. You're here to activate your timeline. Now, chosen one, show your light by liking this video and subscribe to the channel. And let's step into this together. Do you remember the moment when you gave up on something big? Maybe it was a dream you quietly buried. Maybe it was a version of yourself you told yourself no longer made sense in this world. Life has a way of silencing the fire in us before it even burns bright. But that's not the end. That silence you've been sitting in, that pause, that's not defeat. That's the inhale before the breakthrough. That's the moment right before the tide turns. You've lived long enough surviving. Now it's time to build. And build big. It doesn't matter where you came from. It doesn't matter what they told you, how many times you heard no, how often the world told you to be realistic, to settle, to stay in your lane. None of that matters anymore. You weren't born to blend in. You weren't made to shrink to fit in someone else's story. You were made to rise, to create, to disrupt, to transform not just your own life, but the lives of everyone watching you. You were made to lead, not because someone handed you a title, but because your vision, your truth, and your persistence make you undeniable. You may not have money in your pocket. You may not have connections. You may feel like you're starting at zero. But let me tell you something. Energy, focus, and intention are more valuable than anything you could ever be handed. If you have a vision and the courage to follow it through storms, you already have more power than the average billionaire. Most people live stuck in the loops of comfort, of what's safe, of what's been done before. But you're choosing to break the loop. And that changes everything. Every chosen one starts in the dark. They start broke, misunderstood, underestimated, even laughed at. Not everyone is supposed to understand your journey, because it's not theirs. Your path was never meant to be obvious. It's meant to be forged step by step, by someone strong enough to walk alone until others start following. You are that someone. You are not waiting to be chosen. You are realizing that you always were. That realization is the seed. Water it with action. Feed it with discipline. Guard it from doubt. The greatest transitions in life aren't loud. They happen in whispers, in quiet decisions made when no one is watching. in early mornings and late nights, in skipped parties and silent focus, in sacrifices others mock but will one day admire. This transformation from broke to billionaire is not just a matter of wealth, it is a rebirth. It is the becoming of someone who no longer lives by fear, but by force. The inner force of unshakable purpose. When you move with purpose, the world moves with you. You will meet resistance. You will face doubt. People will question you, call you crazy, maybe even walk away. Let them. Their energy is not for your journey. What is for you will find you only when you are walking in alignment. Don't beg for understanding from those committed to staying small. Don't waste your breath trying to explain your fire to people who fear their own spark. Your vision is yours for a reason. Own it. Protect it. Let it grow, even if it grows in silence. You will have to learn to be patient, but not passive. You will learn that waiting is not idling, it is preparing. While others sleep, you will be building. While others doubt, you will be planting seeds. While others waste energy on envy, you will be creating value. And while the world watches, you will rise. Not all at once, but undeniably, until the version of you who once dreamed of wealth becomes the person creating it, living it, multiplying it. And here's the truth no one wants to admit. Most people don't fail because they don't have talent. They fail because they lack commitment. They quit after the third setback. You're going to keep walking through fire until fire fears you. Every loss you've had is fuel. Every betrayal, motivation. Every rock bottom, a foundation. There is nothing that has been taken from you that you cannot replace tenfold if you refuse to give up. Success isn't an accident. It's a consequence of consistency. Wealth is not a lucky break. It is earned every day you don't fold. You want to know the secret to going from broke to billionaire? Start moving like one before the money shows up. Start thinking like one before the world believes in you. Start building like one while you're still invisible. That's the test. Can you act as if you are already what you are becoming? If you can, nothing can stop you. This is not about vanity. This is not about proving anyone wrong. This is about claiming what is already yours in the unseen and pulling it into the scene. The power to do that isn't out there. It's in you. You are the source. You are the movement. You are the signal that sets the universe into motion. Act like it. Speak like it. Move like it. And watch what happens. You don't chase the future. You embody it. You collapse time through belief, action, and energy. You will be misunderstood. So what? Be misunderstood, building your empire. You will feel exhausted. So what? Be exhausted building something eternal. You will doubt yourself. So what? Keep going anyway, because the pain of staying the same is now worse than the pain of growth. You've outgrown the old life. You've outgrown waiting. It begins now. You are not here to survive. You are here to expand. And this world has no idea what's coming when you finally do. This is the season you stop looking for signs and start being one. You are the evidence of what's possible. You are the first billionaire in your bloodline. You are the first to break the chain. You are the shift generations prayed for. Don't you dare forget that. When it gets hard, remember who you are. When it feels lonely, remember what you're building. When the old life tries to pull you back, remember the new one is watching and waiting for you to step into it fully. Let every setback become a setup. Let every delay sharpen your hunger. Let every no deepen your clarity. Because what's coming, the business, the breakthroughs, the abundance, is too big for the old version of you. That's why you're here. You are being shaped into the person who can handle it. Not just receive it, but multiply it, manage it, and use it to serve something bigger. You're not just building wealth, you're becoming a force. And once you become that, nothing can stop you. There is a moment, deep in every chosen one's journey, when silence becomes your loudest teacher. The world grows quiet, the noise fades, the distractions disappear. You may feel alone, even forgotten, but you are not being punished. You are being prepared. Isolation is not absence. It's incubation. You are being sharpened in solitude, refined by delay, strengthened in stillness. The universe removes everything that no longer serves your elevation. People fade, habits dissolve, comfort vanishes. That's how the shift begins. At first, you'll want to go back to the known, the familiar, even if it hurt. The old version of you will scream for survival. It will beg for the comfort of your old story. But you must choose differently. You must breathe through the urge to retreat. Every breakthrough begins with resistance. The gravity pulling you back is proof of your next level. It's a test. The same test every powerful soul must pass. Will you hold your vision when no one else can see it? Will you believe when there is no proof? Will you act when there is no applause? Most people don't fail because they lacked opportunity. They fail because they collapsed under invisibility. But hear this, your invisibility is sacred. While no one's watching, you are free to fail, to refine, to learn without judgment. The cocoon looks like a tomb until the wings emerge. Do not mistake the quiet for death. This is your rebirth. This is where billionaires are born. Not in the spotlight, but in the shadows where character is formed, discipline is carved, and identity is forged. Money doesn't make you valuable. You make money valuable. Without vision, money is just paper. Without clarity, wealth is just noise. You must build the internal fortune before the external one ever arrives. That means mastering your mornings, protecting your energy, choosing your circle with divine precision. Every habit matters. Every hour counts. What you tolerate today becomes your ceiling tomorrow. So raise your standard, not when you make it, but now. The way you carry yourself in obscurity is the training ground for the empire you will command. You are not just building a business or a brand. You are building a legacy. That requires a version of you that doesn't flinch at failure, that doesn't collapse at criticism, that doesn't shrink to make others comfortable. Billionaire is not just a financial status. It's an energetic one. It's a decision to take full ownership of your reality. No more excuses. No more waiting for permission. No more wishing. Action, discipline, and execution. Even when you're tired. Even when it's quiet. Even when no one claps. You will lose people. They will call you cold, obsessed, distant. They won't understand why you don't show up like you used to. Let them talk. They're not supposed to understand your transformation. Growth offends those committed to their stagnation. Let your absence in their small story be the presence in your grand one. You are not here to be liked. You are here to lead. And leadership is lonely, but it is worth it. It is the price for freedom, impact, and becoming untouchable. Discipline will set you free. The world sells freedom as pleasure. Do whatever you want, whenever you want. But that's not freedom. That's distraction wrapped in temptation. Real freedom is knowing you are in full control of your time, your energy, your habits, your focus. It's knowing you are not owned by emotion, not seduced by comfort, not shaken by failure. Freedom is found in the fire of your routines, where no one sees the grind, but everyone feels the results. There will be days when it feels like you're moving backward. Days where nothing clicks. Days where the vision feels blurry. That's part of the path. This isn't a straight line, it's a spiral. You will revisit pain, you will relive doubts. But every time you circle back, you're doing it from a higher place. Don't run from the hard days. They're not setbacks. They're ceremonies of expansion. Every trial is a training. Every delay is a sharpening. Every closed door is a redirection towards something far more aligned. There's a fire you must keep alive inside of you. It can't come from hype or validation or views or followers. It must be born from the deepest place in you, the part that refuses to settle, the part that knows you are here to do something extraordinary. That fire must burn when the world is asleep. That fire must guide you through rejection. That fire must remind you why you started when you're on your knees questioning everything. That fire? That's your soul's compass. Feed it. You're not just chasing wealth. You're becoming the embodiment of it. You're not just chasing success. You're becoming the frequency that attracts it. You are transforming from the inside out. The person you used to be cannot access the life you are building. So let them go. Shed the skin. Burn the bridge. Grieve, if you must. Then rise. The new world does not open to the old identity. Your next level demands a new vocabulary, a new posture, a new standard, a new you. Keep your circle tight. Not everyone can go with you. Not everyone should. Be kind, but be ruthless with your boundaries. Your time is sacred. Your energy is currency. Your mind is a temple. Guard it like your future depends on it, because it does. You are the gatekeeper of your destiny. Let no one in who drags you back to mediocrity. You are not here to babysit egos. You are here to rise, and in doing so, give others the permission to rise too. This world rewards clarity. The confused stay broke. The unfocused stay lost. You need to decide every single day who you are becoming, and act like it's already done. Speak like it, move like it, dress like it, think like it. Your environment will catch up to your conviction. That is law. The universe aligns with the ones who know exactly where they're going and will not stop until they get there. Be that person. You will never go back after this. Even if you tried, you couldn't. The moment you woke up to who you really are, the old life lost its grip. You've tasted purpose. You've glimpsed power. You've remembered who you are, not the version shaped by fear or society, but the raw divine blueprint coded for greatness. You've begun, and beginnings, though quiet, are unstoppable once they take root. Keep moving. Keep rising. The world hasn't seen anything yet. There comes a moment in the journey when the outside world no longer reflects the storm inside you. Not because the storm is gone, but because you've learned to master it. You've stopped reacting. You've stopped seeking. You've stopped explaining yourself to those who never intended to understand. This is where true power emerges, in the calm after the emotional chaos, in the stillness after the war within. The shift from broke to billionaire is not just financial, it is spiritual. You begin to realize that true wealth is not something you chase. It's something you remember you always had. You've always had it. The energy, the insight, the blueprint. The problem was never lack. It was suppression. You were buried under years of conditioning. They taught you to play small. They rewarded obedience over originality. They praised fitting in more than standing out. But that time is over. The excavation has begun. Every day, you are digging deeper. Every day, you are uncovering the parts of yourself that were locked away. Your boldness, your clarity, your fury, and what's rising from the rubble isn't fragile. It's fierce. You will be tempted to go fast, to chase the illusion of momentum. But understand this, building empires is not about speed. It's about alignment. The right action at the right frequency changes everything. One decision from alignment is worth more than 1,000 made from panic. You don't need to do more. You need to become more. The transformation is not external hustle. It is internal upgrade. Every day, you are tuning your mind, your spirit, your frequency. And once that lock clicks into place, the floodgates open. What you're building is not built by trends, not by gimmicks, not by copying what works for others. What you're building is original. It is downloaded from the part of you that is connected to source, to truth, to destiny. You can't blueprint this from a YouTube tutorial. You live it. You breathe it. You bleed for it. And that's why it will last. That's why it will shake the world. Because it wasn't manufactured. It was earned. Do not compare yourself to others. Their speed is not your speed. Their chapter is not your chapter. Some were handed the key. You are becoming the lockpick. And that matters. Because what you build in struggle, you protect with honor. The ones who rise without resistance often fall with no warning. But you've felt every scar, carried every weight. When you rise, it's permanent, because your foundation was forged in fire. Remember, doubt is not a sign to stop. It's a sign you're getting closer to something that matters. Fear doesn't show up for things that don't carry power. If you're scared, good. That means you're close. Lean into it. Let fear sharpen you. Let it become the resistance that builds the muscle. You don't need less fear. You need more courage. You don't need more time. You need more commitment. Everything you need is already in motion. You're not waiting on a miracle. You are the miracle. This is where the story shifts. Not with a breakthrough, but with a commitment. The unshakable decision that no matter how long it takes, no matter how hard it gets, you will not fold. You will not go back. You will not forget what you're made of. When you decide like that, the universe has no choice but to respond. Doors begin to open. Not because you begged for them, but because you became someone who couldn't be denied. You don't just show up anymore. You arrive. You bring presence. You command space. Your silence speaks louder than their shouting. Your peace is louder than their chaos. You're no longer triggered by nonsense because you've found something greater. Direction. You don't fight every battle. You fight the right ones. And you don't fight to survive. You fight to build. Every step now has intention. Every word you speak is an investment. Every hour you spend is part of a bigger vision. People will start to notice. They'll say, "You've changed," and they'll be right, because the you they knew was a reflection of limitation. This version is a reflection of power. You have changed, and you will keep changing. You will outgrow people, places, patterns, and that's not cruelty. That's clarity. You are no longer available for anything that dims your light. The price of the new life is the old one. Pay it in full. There is a sacred rage inside you, not anger, purpose. A fire that says, enough. Enough settling. Enough silence, enough shrinking to make others comfortable. That fire will drive you. Let it. It's not here to destroy. It's here to forge. Let it burn away everything that is not real. Let it burn away the excuses, the fear, the fake identities. Let it strip you down until all that's left is the truth. And from that truth, build. From that truth, speak. From that truth, lead. No one is coming to save you, because you were never meant to be saved. You were meant to awaken. You were meant to rise. You were meant to remember. This world doesn't need more followers. It needs more awakeners. You are that. You are the proof that someone can come from nothing and create everything. You are the evidence that a single decision, backed by faith, fire, and work, can rewrite the entire narrative. It won't happen overnight, but it will happen, piece by piece, layer by layer. You will look back one day and not recognize who you were, and that will be your reward. Not the car, not the house, not the bank balance, but the becoming of someone who never gave up, someone who walked through the fire and came out gold, someone who didn't wait for permission, someone who chose to believe again and again until reality bowed to their will. There is no more time to waste, no more years to burn on excuses. The window is open. The energy is here. The calling has arrived. You have one job. Answer it. Show up. Speak the vision. Move in faith. The path will rise to meet your feet. The people will appear. The doors will unlock. Not because you're lucky, but because you remembered who you are and refused to forget again. You've come too far to stop now. You've shed the skin. You've buried the old self. You've begun to taste the future. And yet, this is where most people give up, right after they awaken. Why? Because the awakening is not the reward. It's the invitation. The work begins now. The discomfort you're feeling, that's not failure. That's expansion. You're stretching into a self you've never been before. You're carrying a vision no one else can see yet, not even fully yourself. But trust this, you're closer than you think. There is a cost to becoming extraordinary. Comfort must die. Entitlement must be stripped away. Every shortcut must be exposed. You can't fake this. You can't cheat this. You can't pray your way out of the work. You must build. With your hands, with your hours, with your discipline. You will be tired. You will be questioned. You will be doubted by others, and even by yourself. That's the toll. That's the passage. And that's why this road isn't crowded. Because the cost is high. But so is the reward. No one tells you how quiet this road is, how lonely greatness feels in the beginning. Everyone wants the result, but few are willing to pay for it in silence. But that silence, It is sacred. It's where you meet yourself. It's where you strip away what's borrowed, what's broken, what was never yours to begin with. In that silence, you hear your own voice, maybe for the first time in years. That voice will lead you. That voice is your power. Follow it. You no longer need validation. You no longer crave approval. You are done performing for applause. You are done negotiating with your greatness. You are done watering yourself down for comfort. There is a sharpness in you now, a clarity, and that clarity will offend people who benefit from your confusion. Good. Let them be offended. That means you're on track. When your life becomes a mirror, some will break instead of reflect. That's not your burden to carry. You are not in competition with anyone. Let that sink in. There is no race. There is no threat. There is only your lane, your mission, your moment. Comparison is the enemy's greatest trick. To get you to abandon your brilliance, to chase someone else's shadow. Stay in your lane. Perfect your path. Refine your gifts. Let the world chase noise. You build substance. Let them chase trends. You build a timeless legacy. The difference between those who win and those who almost do is simple. Follow through. Everyone starts. Few finish. Many dream. Few execute. You must become a finisher. The kind of person who sees it through when motivation dies. When energy is gone. When the pressure rises. You must become dangerous in your follow-through. Obsessed not with starting, but with completing, until it's done, until it's real, until it exists in this world. Discipline is not punishment, it is liberation. The more structure you create, the more chaos you eliminate. The more focused you become, the less distracted you are. Every habit you build is a soldier protecting your empire. Every early morning, every hard decision, every uncomfortable step, it is laying the bricks of the life you said you wanted. And the more you honor those bricks, the faster the kingdom rises. Stack them relentlessly. You will be tested in strange ways. Sometimes it won't be through pain, it'll be through comfort. When things start going well, will you relax? Will you coast? Will you abandon the fire that got you here? Or will you double down? The higher you go, the more tempting it becomes to compromise. But you must protect your edge. Keep your blade sharp. Never forget what it took to get here. Don't confuse peace with stagnation. Let your gratitude fuel greater responsibility. Your name is being spoken in rooms you haven't entered yet. Your work is resonating in places you haven't seen. You may not see the evidence, but it's already happening. Energy moves before matter. The vibration always comes before the manifestation. That's why you keep going, even when it looks like nothing is working. Because what you're building is already real in the unseen. Your job is to keep showing up until the physical world catches up. When people doubt you, thank them. They are your fuel. They are proof that you are walking a path unfamiliar to the average mind. And that's exactly why you must keep walking. The doubters, the critics, the cynics, they only exist in proximity to greatness. No one criticizes what they don't secretly admire or fear. So let them talk. You build. You focus. You rise. And one day, they'll have no choice but to watch what they once mocked. You are rewriting the script. You are dismantling generational patterns. You are undoing decades of limitation in a single lifetime. That is not a small thing. That is divine work. That is sacred responsibility. And you are doing it. Every day, every step, even when it doesn't feel like it. You are shifting the energy for everyone that comes after you. The ones who never got the chance. You are becoming what they prayed for. Let that fuel you. Billionaire is a mindset long before it is a status. It is not about cash. It is about command. Do you command your thoughts, your actions, your space, your boundaries, your time, your vision? Wealth begins in structure. Power begins in clarity. You can't pour water into a broken vessel, fix the cracks, seal the leaks. You're building something that must hold millions, maybe billions. Begin by becoming the vessel that can hold it. Be mindful of your language. Words are not just sounds, they are seeds. They shape your thoughts, your beliefs, your future. Speak with precision. Speak with power. Eliminate passive vocabulary. Stop saying, "I'll try." Say, "I will." Stop saying, "if." Say, "when." Your words must reflect the certainty of your mission. The universe listens. It is listening now, and it responds to clarity. Get clear, then speak it into the world like it's already done. You don't need to be perfect. You need to be present. You need to be real. You need to be relentless. There will be flaws. There will be moments where you fall short. But that doesn't disqualify you. It refines you. You rise again and again, not despite your scars, but because of them. That resilience, that's what makes you dangerous. That refusal to stay down, that's what makes you unstoppable. The world bows to those who refuse to surrender.